You excited for the fight?
Oh my god. I could not be less excited. It's like, if I didn't think it's Jake Paul is a douchebag grifter, but he is also it's also a clever, well, not clever. It's a good grift. He's the one that's staying out of wrestling. The Paul brothers have decided, okay, Logan will go straight into wrestling, and Jake Paul is going to be the one working the marks out of wrestling. Like he's playing the heel but in the legitimate sport, quote unquote. And it's like, oh, he's getting real excited. Oh, Mike Tyson's gonna murder him. And so that they'll watch it. It was like, no, he'll do his mid ass defensive boxing or whatever, and then Mike Tyson will be old and they'll go the distance, and then
yeah, that's the thing, right? Is that you have like Jake Paul's not necessarily a terrible boxer, but he's going to play defensive against an old dude, tire that guy out, and then just swing enough to win because he knows how points work. It's the Floyd Mayweather, never had a knockout punch, but he was really good at not getting hit.
Yeah.
And Jake Paul goes, oh, could do that. And then is doing it halfway well against the old guys. Like, okay.
Good for you.
Right.
All right. Let's get started. Buenos nachos, amigos, and welcome to the Fanny Pack Wrestling 2K24 MyGM, where we play a modded version of WWE 2K24 MyGM. Of course, it's me, PD Rave. Here with me is Drew. DJM is on his way in, even though his mic stand fell apart, and Kaz is out on assignment. He may be dead. I don't know. We don't know.
Who knows?
We knows. Rest in peace.
It's us again.
Rest in peace, Kaz. No, we're here playing, getting things started. Luckily, DJM is first place, so he books last anyways. Good for him. He was the first one of us to get a Hall of Fame trophy again. And
always
he just does the right wild moves. I think it's just that he throws things at the wall and gets a lot of different achievements.
I will explain the court in a second, babe.
Yes. All right, let's get. Oh, hey, if you like this video, go ahead, hit like. Share it with your friends. If you want, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube, over there. If you want to come, you're over there on YouTube, come hang out with us live at the twitch.tv/rebellytv. Come hang out with us in the chat, hang out, yell at us, and, yell at our booking decisions and things like that. Yeah. Let's get to it. Let's hawk to it. Book on that thing. Let's play. I don't need this Discord thing. All right, so lettuce tomato. Okay, let's hop into the MyGM. I believe.
Is it me?
Wait, yes. You're in last place. And for some reason, I had a moment where I thought that was Deej. Because I'm so used to him being. I'm not gonna say I'm so used to him being in fourth place. I'm used to him being Ring of Honor.
Got you.
I know that would have been what would have anticipated. Put some music on for people at home.
Ooh, okay, he is my most popular, so I can't book him.
Yeah.
I can book her.
Liv Morgan.
How much money do I have?
Speaking of Jordan Grace there, we'll talk. Like I was about to talk, we're going to talk about Jordan Grace, but in our contract, but I want these to be here. What we can talk about is how's your Balatro game coming along?
Badly. I'm still bad at Balatro. Like, dude.
I feel like
yeah, I don't know why I'm so bad at fucking Balatro.
I think I just get luck. I get lucky, and I wonder if for me it's like just I just play most of the time, just go into a run, no thoughts, head empty, and just play the like build that comes to me. But
so there I was, getting everything set up, ready to go.
Yes.
And then I just see a piece of my mic stand just fall on the floor. And then another. And then another. And I'm just looking around on the floor, just more like, what the hell are you guys doing? We're about to go live. What the hell is this?
Sorry,
Get it together.
Drew.
I was going to say, is something screwed up? Okay. I was waiting until he was done talking. I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah, it's
I was just sitting here and my mic stand just exploded.
hopefully it how did you
But I'm here.
Get it put it back together, or
I am back together. I'm back in business.
Okay. It's wild. So, I was going to mention that there's a lot of there's some contract things happening because I was inspired, and I have some things written down because we had I was inspired by the fact that Jordan Grace is on Drew's roster, and like one of them is we have the impending expiration of Jordan Grace's contract.
Sure.
And I think there was the expiration of Mike Bailey's contract.
Yes.
And we got word from old Sean Ross Sapp that it's likely that Mike Bailey is heading to AEW,
which surprised me.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
You thought he was WWE bound
or NXT bound? I can imagine.
I really felt like maybe not bound, but I really felt like NXT was going to be the best place for him.
Yeah,
because I think that NXT would have been a place that would have helped Speedball even out his weaknesses. I think going to the Performance Center would have done him a lot of good in terms of character and personality and such. But hey, he is going to WWE. He's going to AEW, so cool. He's gonna go there and he's gonna have some awesome matches with everybody, and that's cool.
I'm going to mute real quick. Before you came in, David, my wonderful fiance said, "Oh wow, the court looks really weird tonight," while the Cavs were on the TV. So I now have to explain the NBA Cup.
The in-season tournament.
Yeah.
Yes.
The in-season tournament, like the FA Cup of basketball.
Which the players do play up for, believe it or not.
Which is cool. Let's see, do that. In the next 2 weeks. Damn, I just promised him that. Damn. I'm talking two sides of my mouth. So we have those, which is interesting. I think, I mean, the easy thing is obviously the exciting thing is obviously Mike Bailey is going to have a lot of opportunities for some really great matches in AEW. But yeah, like you said, there would have been an opportunity for growth and development at the Performance Center, but
not necessarily saying he won't do that in AEW.
Yeah,
but I think if he would have gone to the Performance Center, they really would have helped him focus on that.
Yeah.
Because as much as I love Speedball, it's no secret what his weaknesses are.
Yeah.
And I think that the Performance Center might have expedited smoothing out those weaknesses. But hey, we're going to get Speedball versus Konosuke Takeshita on national television. So I'm not complaining.
Yeah. And that's going to be great. Let's see. Promised him 2 weeks of rest.
You said Jordan Grace was nearly done with TNA.
Yeah, and I think what was it? It was like January, possibly, or something, or soon.
Yeah,
I think the presumption.
I do remember that January.
The presumption is that she's very much WWE bound. They want her as soon as possible.
Obviously, yeah. That one's pretty well set in stone.
She's destined to debut at the next Rumble, like
almost certainly.
Which will be interesting. I think
quote unquote debut, quote unquote.
Yeah, a little re-debut, which is nice. Which I think she's gonna do well. I think she brings a lot to the table for them.
I think she'll be fine.
She'll be fine.
I'm not worried about Jordan Grace. She checks pretty much every box, and I've never heard anything bad said about her. So yeah, she'll most likely be fine.
Yeah. Okay, so. But yeah, we also there's been a lot since we last hung out. We had speaking of debuting at AEW, we had the final, well, I guess not, I don't know, is this supposed to be the final piece, but the long foreseen arrival of Bobby Lashley in AEW.
And the official confirmation of the Hurt Syndicate.
Yeah. How are you feeling about that?
Well, I will say that I was very, very cold on Shelton Benjamin. He seems to be fitting in well, so I'll give that to him. I'm much more excited in seeing what Bobby Lashley will do, because I think Bobby Lashley is awesome. I hope he mixes it up in the main event very quickly. I hope that in 2025, Bobby Lashley is a big-time player in AEW's main event scene.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Because he's been successful everywhere he's gone. So I expect more of the same.
Yeah. I'm hopeful for that. Yeah. The key is what the next step is. We also had a couple of great dynamites in a row. A couple of really good dynamites in a row. I think especially like this past week with it's been talked about out there, that sequence where the one promo led right into the match, which led to the post-match beatdown, which led to the save, which led to the next match. Like,
yes, the flow of the show, that was interesting. That was different, and it seemed to get a lot of positive reviews and a positive feedback,
which is really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, this one doesn't need to be Extreme Rules.
I know AEW has upped their production. They got, I believe, a new production truck. They've hired some more television staff. Now, hopefully, somebody can talk to TBS and TNT on their audio issues.
Yeah. I mean, it's generally always been on their end. Like, people have said like multiple times, they're like, oh, it's better there, and aren't that many issues on the fight, on the Triller feed or on the fight TV feed. So we have to see. Okay. The book has.
Let's talk about very briefly the move of so many people in the wrestling space from the Everything app to Blue Sky.
Yeah.
In the last couple of days.
And it's been, in particular, it's been quite a few AEW wrestlers in particular, but yeah, quite a few just wrestlers and wrestling people in general.
Wrestlers, content creators, and a ton of fans. Like, it took less than 48 hours, and I already have more followers on Blue Sky than I did on the Everything app.
Yeah.
I did not expect that, and I've been fairly regular on Blue Sky for a while.
Yeah, and I'm glad for it. As soon as the Everything app was purchased by Elon Musk,
The nothing.
as soon as Twitter was bought, and before they even got to do anything, I had deleted my account, and the only thing I have is some like a holdover logins that I use to like just to, because you need to log in to read tweets.
Yeah, just
and
news purposes.
It's for news purposes, for like, and really most of the time it's me coming from Reddit to a link to Twitter of a headline or something.
Unless you're on our squared circle.
Yeah. And yeah, that's the only thing I had it for, but I had deleted my account because I just, as soon as he bought it, I was like, yep, this is
gonna go downhill fast, huh?
Yeah,
and it did. And I'm so glad that Blue Sky came along. I'm so very glad.
Oh, Natalia. No, I'm not going to pay you $100,000 for you not to leave.
And that's the thing is I like Blue Sky as an app. I liked the way their timeline worked. I liked the look of it. It felt great. It was just, okay, eventually this just needs to get a groundswell of people. When is it going to happen?
Yeah.
And a lot of my people are moved over. Like the only ones that haven't are some holdover like basketball stuff, but even that's starting to move.
I have one wrestling friend. I have one.
Ooh,
And I think that I found a way to bring them over because they were specifically talking about losing people that they talk about on the Everything app. But there is an app for that, so you don't lose people.
yeah.
Is it the Firefox add-on?
Yes.
What's it called again? I forget.
Oh,
I forget. It's on my work computer.
Yeah.
I did it over lunch.
I
one day.
literally asked earlier today.
Yeah.
It was called Skybridge Follow.
Okay.
Yep, that's it.
Skybridge Follow.
I gotta go.
I was like, I did it over lunch one day. I did it for like 500, 600 people while I was eating. So but I forgot.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I got it's. I was like, every time I hear it, I was like, I think about it, it's like, and it intrigues me. Then I remember that I deleted my whole ass account, so there's no point.
Yeah,
There's nothing.
I
to
have wiped out all of my tweets and all of my likes and all of my media, but I'm keeping the account there and empty. I've removed my shoot name, and I'm pretty much just keeping it there for trying to pull one person over to Blue Sky.
Yeah.
And news as it breaks, but
Yeah.
R.I.P. is what I'll say. Rest in peace.
Rip in peace.
R.I.P. IP.
I hate that. That's so dumb. SMH my head. It's so dumb.
I'm
It's
screwed.
fun when you're being
Uh-oh.
sarcastic.
I'm also playing Balatro as we're doing this, and my boss blind is 44,000 in T5.
Is it the extra large blind this again,
Hold on,
or what's the?
I forget the name of it. Give me a second. Let me get out of this. The small blind. I think it's the wall.
Oh yeah, the extra large blind.
I don't have a way out.
Well, we got a match on Rampage. Rocky Romero versus Commander.
Nice.
And I'm looking for the card for Rampage this evening.
Nice.
Let's see. We've got Hikaru Shida versus Layla Gray.
Oh, you're not watching the fight?
We've got Ricochet versus Dante Martin, which is something I asked for as soon as Ricochet was signed. And no, that's Collision. We've got LFI, La Facción Ingobernable, in action. Rocky Romero versus Commander. And Ricochet versus Dante Martin. So we are going full lucha this evening. We're going full lucha.
It was
And,
the wall, by the way.
Nice.
And also we have Mark Briscoe versus Arya Davari.
Okay, I can afford to get
And,
this.
we got some stuff for Collision.
Nice.
It's going to be Commander versus Shelton Benjamin, which should be a lot of fun. We have Mina Shirakawa versus Harley Cameron, which also should be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
And that's what we. And for Collision, we have Anna Jay versus Mariah May, no disqualification. And that should be great because
Yeah.
Anna throws down in brawls and hardcore matches. She throws down.
She throws it down, and it matters.
Yeah, I don't know. Looks like a fun weekend for the dub. Doesn't look too bad.
Busy. Okay. Gonna give
Not
Bailey
terrible.
time to recover.
Like Blaine Gabbert. Not terrible.
Exactly. Oh wait. Okay. Anything else? I'm taking advantage of that shakeup that gave me unlimited free Extreme Rules matches.
Nice. Let's get violent.
I don't remember how long it exists for. Or it probably says it on the thing. Shakeups. Okay. 4 shows remain. All right. I think that is all there is to do. I've been upgraded my advertising. All right.
Is that fight like starting early, or do they have like a card?
They have. I know of at least one match that they have there, but the one there saw the TikTok where they're talking about the women's match that was actually a legit fight, like a legit boxing match that is apparently really worth watching.
All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Yeah, no, that doesn't.
You think I know anything about the card of this fight? Like I gave a shit.
I'm looking it up. Looking it up. Let's see.
I got to inform coworkers of mine that Mike Tyson sells weed now, and they thought that was very funny. She was like, I am so out of touch with everything. You're kidding me. He sells weed? And I was like, yeah, edibles. They're shaped like, and the HR girl goes, ears. They're shaped like ears with bites taken out of them already. I'm like, yep. And she's like, that's
very
the most
funny.
Mike Tyson thing I've ever seen.
That's
like,
very funny.
Yeah, real stupid. Fucking. And Urkel sells weed as well.
That is a slave name. You will call him Jaleel White.
When he's dressed up as the character because he's selling purple Urkel, I think it's fine.
All right, TNA.
He's done it to himself, my dudes.
And he ruined the lives of many a 90s blurred.
Yeah.
All right. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor,
Yeah, that's
Maria
the fight
Barros,
people are hyping up.
Ramos, Niraj Gorat versus Wonderson Nunez. Okay, so this looks like an actual boxing card.
Yeah.
All right.
And then
Except
they tack an actual boxing card with that main event tacked on to draw.
To sell tickets.
Yeah. Come for the shit show at the end, and maybe you'll catch some really good boxing if you come early enough.
That has such a TNA vibe.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the rest of the card has a chance to be pretty good. The main event could go either way.
Not.
Could go either way.
Main event, one of the competitors might show up wasted on every pill possible.
Cedric Alexander, he's ready to
One
lead.
One of them might show up old.
Yeah.
All right. I have control. Let's do.
Speaking of past their
not
prime,
a chance.
Or not really
No,
past their-
Taylor.
but as
Like,
an
no,
organization.
Cedric.
He's not past his prime, but
All right.
Sonata
Sorry, Bianca.
officially joined, I guess, the Bullet Club at large, but specifically the War Dogs.
War Dogs.
And there's some mixed reaction to this. How do you feel about Deej? what can you say about from your perspective?
I respect that New Japan is trying to figure out something to do with Sonata. They're trying to figure out something to do with him. But Sonata, if I've seen anything, it pretty much tells me that he's just not Chelsea and Raquel. Yeah, he's just not that guy. And this gives him a little bit of a cushion because he'll be around the War Dogs, so he won't have to try and lead a faction, which he was doing okay. But again, every faction he's been in, he always ended up kind of being the low guy on the totem pole.
Yeah.
So my hopes are not exactly high because I've never been too high on Sonata.
Fair enough.
Right.
How close are we to Bullet Club's Silver MWO era, and are we there yet?
Oh God.
Or are we? How close are we to lethal poison?
I think that's the War Dogs, if I'm being honest. I
Injected
think that's
lethal
David
dose.
Finlay, and I think that's the War Dogs.
Deadly poison. Just grasping it. Because I mean, we're way past the prime of Bullet Club, and
Knowing what allied to
so
Ivar.
at some point, they should
Screw
really
off,
just drop
Cedric.
the Bullet Club and
Bye.
just let War Dogs be War Dogs and without any Bullet Club, and let House of Torture
Yeah, but you
be
know,
House of Torture.
Bullet Club is never gonna die.
Just like in many ways, they have become what they were parodying in the first place. They became the NWO.
Yeah, they did.
And
Like, I feel like Bullet Club had a really good, like, Bullet Club had obviously a great run. I feel like if they were gonna end it, like the ending of the Omega, Cody, Bucks, like Okada, like that whole bit was the time where you're like, okay, like this name doesn't mean what it used to mean. Like all of the guys that are in the group are basically gone. Like, let's have a new group with a different people and a different milieu. And then they didn't do that. They just kept trying to do the same thing again. It's like, well, you had your out. You had the thing. And you could have done it back then. And then you continued doing it. It was okay. But, like, should you have, though? Should you have, though?
This
But-
fucking part.
yeah, and then like, here's what at the risk of, conflating two Asian countries, one of the things I've as a fan of like Korean media and like variety shows and whatnot, I've how is there nobody? You might have to up the
Hate this.
go up to the top and turn it from rookies to like established.
You
Yeah.
have AJ Hawk.
I literally don't know who that is.
uh,
Huskus the pig. No.
aka Joe Gacy.
All right. That's not a shot at Joe Gacy by any means. Just a fucking name.
Yeah, it's a whole Wyatt Six thing. I might revert them, but I don't know. One of the things that I've known about, especially media companies, is you don't have any more scouting points. One of the things I've noticed is that they are, especially Korean companies, and I can imagine that like this is probably a little bit of an East Asian thing, is they're very risk averse, and I would think, especially considering Japan is to the point where they refuse to use the internet, Japanese media companies.
Again?
I mean, like how they're still holding on to CDs because they're afraid of, like, they've been afraid for streaming. Obviously, it's a lot of that has changed drastically. But they were late to that. All with the I think hopefully we're past the era of the short version on YouTube. But risk aversion is just something that is a thing that I keeps popping up in my head as a trait that I know from East Asian pop culture.
All right, that looks like a show.
So I don't know if that makes sense as a
reason for not getting rid of the Bullet Club. It definitely does.
Yeah,
because like it's worked well for so long, and it's an idea. It's a story beat that you can very easily work into other story beats, right? Like,
but they never do.
Yeah.
Yes, you're not wrong, but I'm saying, like, they always have it in their back pocket.
Yeah.
Right.
And the way I would put it is, I mean, American media companies, like, they will not, if they're also risk averse, media, like movie studios and TV studios, they're also risk averse. But I would say, like, over here in the West, a lot of the companies will not go away from a thing that's working while it's working. I feel like what I've found in, especially like our Korean media companies, especially, and I think specifically I would say where we're talking about variety shows and TV shows like that, they will not go away from something that has worked until they absolutely have something that will definitely work. That's new.
That's so.
Even if the thing
so
that
painful.
isn't working, if it has worked, until they have something they know for sure will work, they're going to stick to the thing that has worked, even if it isn't working. There was a long period of time. There was a good period of time, like very recently, where
the Huskus as a sign of confidence.
Where Running Man, I think the show that Kaz was here, he would be the one person that would like, yeah, I know that show. That was the show.
What was the name of it?
Running Man. It was the show like back in the Google Hangout days. T2T2 would play to us. That would be the Korean show. You remember how he would play the Batsu games, and then he would also play as Running Man. And their history they've been around on television week after week for years, there was a big recent time, I don't know how the ratings are now, where the ratings were in the shitter because they were considering reformatting, and
Okay, good
they're
good there.
you know, they
Didn't spend a lot
they
of
were
money.
getting beat by other shows on
We can
other,
bump
like
that one up a
Return
little
of
bit.
Superman and other things, where they
We can give this
rightfully
match
should have
some
canceled the
sauce.
show, but they refused because it was a huge show and it was still slightly popular overseas, like in the rest of Asia. So you know, they're gonna go with not even what works, but what has worked.
Stamina cost extreme,
Yeah.
probably with net ring XP gain high. Ring XP gain low.
They're that risk
Well,
averse.
I know Bianca and Willow are both kind of don't have the highest stamina right now, so we might just go with the old tables match.
Yeah. I don't know,
We spice this one up a little bit. Yes, we can. No, we can't.
Wait, why the fuck? I just saw David Packman go live on
Oh,
Twitch.
yeah, we can.
I don't know
All
why.
right.
Didn't think he
So you can only
streamed
do
the
team
movies.
interviews.
Like
That's-
Netflix is having
that's
issues
how they
for
get you.
distribution for the
All right.
fight.
Fight? Oh, that makes sense. Netflix is having bandwidth issues.
So much for that live streaming.
Yeah. Amber said she just got word that people are having problems streaming the fight.
So much for that.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I'll play. Does my Korean? Oh no, my recent Korean drama obsession doesn't air today. It's tomorrow. It's a Saturday Sunday one. What was the
Hilarious.
name?
Oh my god, that's
I
really
think we've
funny.
seen before. Okay.
Tony Nese, the premier athlete.
Tony Nese with the Pony Nese. Still X Division or not? Still our Ring of Honor television champion.
I was gonna say television champ.
Yeah. Sami Zayn. All right. We're gonna watch this one. I think. Okay, it loaded. It didn't crash. Big M E Langston. The man with the swivel.
All right. It is 9 o'clock, so I shall BRB.
Okie dokie. Drew, what else have you been playing?
Hold on. I need to turn down Parsec.
I should
Yeah,
turn
okay.
on the computer. I could turn on
Honestly, as far as games,
have you been playing more Deadlock? Or
I haven't had time to play any more Deadlock.
yeah.
I have been playing the mobile Pokemon trading card game because I make great decisions with my life. As well as Blatro, what was the other one? Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
I've been up on, and I was getting back into Vampire Survivors.
Yeah.
Because there was that big update that came out that added a bunch of shit.
Wasn't I didn't realize I think I saw the headline. It was like Vampire Survivors is adding vampires finally. It was like,
Yeah, it is Castlevania stuff.
Nice. Here are your Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions.
You got to.
Yeah, that's cool. I
was super pumped about it.
Yeah. So. I should check it out.
Have you never played Vampires?
I gotta get around to it. It's a game that I know of, and you've talked about a bunch, but I never got around to doing it.
Oh man, it is so dumb. It is the dumbest fucking game.
Also, I'm bummed that Deej isn't here to hear that the Good Brothers coming out to their New Japan theme, coming out to Devil in Your Six. I've been like just like mindlessly popping into Balatro. I haven't played much TCG card shop sim because I'm just at this point I more or less beat it because I have the workers I need that it more or less it runs itself. I just need to buy inventory for the warehouse. Right. The shop just runs itself. So I'm just waiting for updates on that game just to see, like, because I know it's eventually there's a bunch of stuff, including like they're gonna actually have the actual TCG game playable in game, which is cool.
Wait, there's actual cards that you can see?
Yeah, there's actual cards. You pull the cards, you rip the packs and you pull the cards, and there's like a whole bunch of Fakemon, all like illustrated. They like really cool art. Like it's all credited actually. Even on the bottom of the card, they worked with like a bunch of like artists that specialize in fake Pokemon. And yeah, there's like a whole apparently there's like a mobile app, but yeah, eventually they're gonna have it be playable.
That's silly. The fact that it wasn't playable before, if there's already stats involved, seems kind of silly.
Yeah. But I think they were definitely like it's early access, and I think they were definitely focusing on the making sure the sim stuff was tight before they added like that kind of stuff on top of it. But yeah, but but so for now I'm just waiting for more updates on that. Right now I just popped into freaking Supermarket Sim. I've been playing that, and like I've gotten that. Like now I have I've hired people as well on there, and I've got it so it's kind of running itself because I have two cashiers, I have 2 restockers, I have a helper for the people using the self-checkout, the 2 self-checkout lanes. Because the whole self-checkout, sometimes people need help. You have to like go there and hold click on the self-checkout lane to like, it's like, why did you come over here if you can't scan the thing on your own? Just why are you so dumb? So it's very realistic. But yeah, it's more or less I just have to keep up with inventory. So I've been literally like, I will sometimes just be, I have like the storage warehouse, and I have my computer. I moved it from the store into there, and the computer in game, I will sit there. I'm sitting here at my computer, clicking into and staring at the in-game computer, just looking at inventory because I could just see how many of a product we have and just order it and know that the restockers is going to pick it up from the curb and put it in place. So I'm just sitting there ordering and like waiting for like the next upgrade to deal with stuff. So I'm literally just looking at numbers and product listings, and it's somehow it's very enjoyable.
The numbers keep going up.
Yeah,
like you're playing a clicker, but with like extra steps.
Yeah,
like I get it. I was addicted to Eggs Inc. for like a year. I get it.
It's
like
fun.
And it was actively bad on the it was actively bad on Android because it was a battery drain because it would run in the background. It would literally run processes and kill your battery. And I was still like, yeah, but like I can plug in though. It's fine. like
it was
actively making my battery worse. I was just like, nah, it's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. I'll keep doing it.
Yeah, no, just it. So, I called my store Ham and Daggers. You know, just a nice keeping this the wrestling reference going from my TCG card shop, which was cards subject to chance. This is I'm proud of that one. But yeah, it's that one. It's fun, and I'm keeping an eye on other like fun games that are other like Sims and stuff like that.
You could play Half-Life 2. I'm probably gonna play Half-Life 2 again soon.
Yeah.
I've played Half-Life 2 like 7 or 8 times now. Why not play it again?
Yeah.
I make great decisions.
Babylation. What else?
Discoveries accepted in 99% of places nationwide. Earn cash back to all of you.
Oh no, the immersion.
I don't know if you missed the Good Brothers entrance. You missed that I had set it up so that they come out to the Devil in Your Six.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
It's like
I don't care what anybody says. TNA had some good ass theme songs back in the day.
Oh yeah. So I also had this other thought that I was going to talk about. Because I was reminded by this TikTok that I've periodically had show up on my feed. Oh, is it
PD, I am so sorry, but the game audio is really drowning you out for me.
I'm trying to lower.
I don't know if you can turn yourself up more or turn the game down.
I probably should get closer to the mic a little bit, and I've been trying to turn down the game a little bit, or the computer volume a little bit too. There's a TikTok that I have followed because when I first discovered it, that is called Boca Prieta, and I think I've shared it a couple times to the group, which is literally just somebody who animates Kirby dressed as and singing like 90s and maybe 80s like Latin romance singers and songs.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right.
And it's like Luis Miguel, Jose, Cristian Castro, all these people.
So I could request separados if I wanted?
You can probably talk to them. You can probably do it. And there's like so much good stuff. And it hit me like it hit me in a nostalgia place that I was like, whoa. And then I realized, like, I had this thought, I was like, I feel like all of us that have obviously grown up in places where we would periodically get driven, you would drive or get driven as a kid or as a young person by parents or loved ones. I wonder, do we all have that nostalgia playlist in our heads and hearts that you could just literally call your parents' radio stations growing up?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Like,
Most definitely.
because like mine is definitely easy to identify because it's literally one radio station. My mom would do nothing but listen to 107.5 WAMR 107.5 Amor, which is
Here it was Mix 92.3, Detroit's home for R&B.
yeah. So like
What was the- hold on, let me see.
it was like, and it's wild that it stayed as format. It was always Latin romance, and she listens to nothing.
It's like
but,
having an R&B station in Detroit.
yeah, it's like it's all that Latin romance, and I just grew up in the car getting driven around by my mom, just listening to like the 90s, listen to all these like Latin romance bangers, and it's like when that TikTok came out, I was like, I know this. I know this song by heart. Like,
Oh, also, Petey, I threw in Separados from Luis Miguel. Do you know, Petey, that one particular favorite wrestler of mine used to come out to that theme song in Mexico and Japan?
oh, nice.
Separados by Luis Miguel.
Who
Ultimo Dragon.
Último Dragón. Oh yeah.
That is Ultimo Dragon's theme song. Everywhere else in the world that's not WCW.
Yeah.
That just gave him, the generic whatever it was.
Yeah. It's like, oh man, I gotta see if I remember how Separados.
I found ours. The one my parents always listened to was in our giant like green Jeep was 94.9 WQMX, your station, your country. Which was a lot of when I was a kid was a lot of Alan Jackson and Garth Brooks and Reba McEntire and all of that sort of early 90s country is how I remember it.
God,
Haven't listened lately. There was probably a period where it was all Big and Rich and Toby Keith, and I'm glad I didn't listen during those.
The less talked about Toby Keith, the better.
yeah.
There's one good Toby Keith song. And
there isn't.
Before 9/11. The only one I like is the No More Way. Oh. That one I'm okay with. That one I'm cool with. Speaking of shitheads, apparently Rush Limbaugh's grave is getting pissed on a lot. Which is great.
Anyway.
It's important. I mean, it's important to keep up the regular pissings, because it could get washed away.
Well,
it could.
it's not like anyone's gonna stop. Like, we don't really need to try and turn that into a bit. Like, fuck Rush Limbaugh. He's dead and the world is better for it.
Yup.
We got to keep it up. I mean, it's just the one thing he's provided us is another free public bathroom.
Not to pivot again. 97-93 Pistons with 108 left in the fourth.
Nice.
Just
Jolly good. They're a
And
weird team right now. They're very weird.
Yeah.
95-105 Cavs against the Bulls. This has been your basketball minute with Drew.
Oh, guys, I just realized there is a whole generation of people that are going to watch Mike Tyson fight live for the first time.
Probably. Yeah, that's wild. Oh, man.
And I really wonder how Tyson's gonna do. Like, I really wonder because, like, God, Tyson was a monster. Like,
Yeah.
nobody.
I'm not sure
Tyson
younger
before.
generations really understand how terrifying, how genuinely terrifying Mike Tyson actually is,
Like,
or
if-
was, and still is.
If the UFC had been a thing when Mike Tyson was in boxing and Mike Tyson went to UFC, I truly think Tyson would be the most decorated UFC fighter. Like, that dude was scary as shit. Like,
Yeah.
fuck. Like, but he's old as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, he's old.
He's 58.
He's old.
Like,
He's old and crazy.
but Undertaker was pulling good matches, but that wasn't actual fighting. But, like, fuck. Could Tyson have one more in him?
I mean, that's what people are hoping for. That's what's going to sell those tickets, is the fact that people are hoping,
He's got one more in him.
and that one more could land on Jake Paul's face and harm him to a great degree.
Like, there was somebody asking the legitimate question, what if Jake Paul ends up a vegetable? Like, it's like, well, fuck. Like,
What
Tyson is that dude.
Who cares?
Fuck him.
Genuinely, who cares?
Yeah, it's true. That's fair.
I think there you go. Still the champs.
The boys.
I love that. Still one of the things I think of from when I started caring about wrestling again was them just screaming nerds at people. It made me laugh every time. Like,
Ellis
they're
and
just,
Anderson?
yeah,
Oh.
like they were with AJ and they would just call people nerds. And that was funny to me.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's just the jocks from Revenge of the Nerds. That's kind of funny to me.
Yeah.
That's real stupid.
All right, let's see how this goes. Let's see if I've done Kaz right. Oh, okay. I grew the rivalry. I'm also trying to generate some revenue for Kaz. Maxine Taylor versus Tegan Knox.
Why? Just start making him fail. Fuck you. We're starting to get rotating sushi bars in Ohio.
Nice.
Speaking of rotating sushi bars, I'm thinking it might be a Friday night Taco Bell run.
Ooh, a little bit of fourth meal.
I'm thinking that.
I like
This is my brutality.
If you
it's Rhea Ripley, of course.
Yeah, this is her classic. This is her iconic theme song. I presume you have the Taco Bell Rewards app.
I do.
Yes. Okay. I was, it's like that free cheesy gordita crunch I can get every couple of orders is fantastic.
What?
I respect that.
They're talking about Taco Bell, and I kind of miss Taco Bell, but I haven't been back to Taco Bell in a while.
Yeah.
And I know my brain is being stupid, but Taco Bell was the thing I ate the day I had the stroke.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like,
Thanks,
oh,
Drew. Thanks a lot for that.
Just got to be mindful of your health.
My sister one time I did the same thing actually. I got sick right after eating at a local restaurant called Mike's Place in Kent, and I didn't eat there for 12 years.
No, that happened to me with a place called the Chicken Shack here. Both my dad and I got food poisoning, and I really didn't eat there again for like 15 years.
And like I ate there like probably once a month, every month for like 5 years, and nothing happened. But I got sick one time, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm swearing off this place forever. I have an X-Wing out front. It's so cool. I took Amber, and she was like, what the fuck is this place? I'm like, yeah, it's fucking weird, isn't it? It's weird how it'll do it to you, though. Like, the one thing. Like, because it's probably just like a fluke chance that something bad happened, and it's not like it's going to happen every time I go there. But your brain just goes, no, I got sick at Chicken Shack. I don't want to go. Fuck you.
Hopefully that doesn't get me a copyright strike from the darkness. Candice LeRae coming out to I believe in a thing called love.
Was that her theme song back in the day?
Yeah, that's listed as her PWG theme at least. But her theme song, yeah, in the indies.
Thinking about PWG, I don't think I ever heard her song.
I don't.
Because all of
the
PWG shows, they never played the music.
Yeah, they would just show you them a little short clip of them entering, to set up the match, and then the match would begin. But yeah, I think I found it on it might also be her Shimmer theme, because I do have the Shimmer audio compendium, which is like all that is it Noodles? Oh no, it's Blackheart on the
God damn it.
Pro Wrestling Mods Discord put together. But yeah, that was on there. It was I thought that was a good one. I was looking through like different wrestlers where like I kind of found either the existing WWE wrestlers where I kind of, if I just went back to like listening to the ones that maybe I found boring and thought could use an improvement, and just like maybe started giving them back their indie themes and things like that. Like I gave Tegan Knox her Nixon Newell theme. She'll probably be using again. I think I gave Dakota Kai her theme when she was Evie, and a bunch of other ones. That's why I also gave the Good Brothers The Devil in Your Six. It's like,
and I respect that as a cut.
Yes. Also, my PD Rave theme, the my wrestler in there, I made a version of the song that I wanted to use, which is the song the Tsunami by Bambi Thug, but I put
Tsunami by who?
Bambi Thug.
Bambi Thug.
Which is just a song I listened to that I heard on one of these like Spotify playlist of like new heavy music, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. But I included a clip of the at the beginning, like the first bit of the, it was like the Parade of the Charioteers, like a soundtrack. Basically, it was Jimmy Ray, one of Jimmy Rave's themes back when he was with the embassy back in the day. So I just included that clip as like a little tribute to Jimmy Rave.
The crown jewel of the embassy.
It's like, I'm so happy Prince Nana has been able to, like, we've probably talked about it, but I'm so happy Prince Nana has been able to find a home in AEW and been able to like thrive.
I am too, because Prince Nana has always been such a good manager. He deserves the spotlight and the flowers.
Yeah. He's one of the greats, and it's
Rhea wins, LOL.
yeah. Yeah, and it's been exciting just to like see. I was just excited to see him on, like, when Tony bought Ring of Honor, and then like him finding his place with Swerve, and clicking in with doing the dance. And it's like, of course, because it's a big part of it is the personality he brought.
Nana's always been great. As far as I'm concerned, Nana's one of the greatest managers ever.
Exactly. Okay. Excellent promo from Ultraman Just Black. Steph Delander versus Michu. A good pop, good promo. Moxley versus Ali. John Moxley versus Lucky Ali.
Moxley wins, LOL.
Ali gets injured for 4 weeks. Fallon Henley cuts promo on Blair Davenport. I almost said B. Priestley, but
I almost looked at Fallon Henley and said Anna J. So
let's see. Hopefully this doesn't crash. The creator wrestlers have been very finicky. Okay. That's fine.
Whoa, what happened?
I don't know. I'm destined to never get to watch. I don't know. Maybe is it Ray Phoenix or me wrestle?
I was going to say, I don't mind if I get skipped.
Okay. We got this.
Netflix outage reported by users during Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Yep, so it's being reported now.
You hate to see it.
Do you though?
You just hate to see it.
Do you though?
Okay.
No, you don't.
Okay.
You hate to see it, but at the same time, you love to see it.
You love to see it.
All right. Let's go. Ooh, nice. Call out promo. Bianca versus Willow Nightingale. Huskus the Pig. Training, a little bit better.
Refund for the concert
Womp womp.
has been sent.
So weird.
Yeah, but we gotta wait 5 to 10 minutes.
How much were those?
68.
All
For the
right.
pair?
Joaquin Wild winning. Staying TNA X Division champion.
Hey,
Chad
off
Gable
weird
with a little
union, so
promo,
you
getting
have
himself a little
like
more
him a little.
popular.
Yes.
And the main event, Ivar versus Cedric Alexander. A great
In which
main
I
event.
booted Cedric out of the territory since he had such a bad attitude.
Hell yeah. All right. Poor opening from Ring of Honor. Alexa Bliss injured for 3 weeks. Otherwise, okay. Build some rivalries. Sami Zayn. WCW. Good booking. Okay. Candice LeRae is injured for 5 weeks.
Hate
Mine
that.
good booking?
Yours was.
Sorry, I was
poor
also watching the Caps game.
You got poor opening.
Oh, okay. That's
So I think because it was like went from 3 to 3.5. So if your opener and your second match were flipped, it would probably be good booking.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Dynamite. Okay, good booking. Okay,
also, has everybody else
Cody Rhodes
like
injured for 4
just
weeks.
let go of the fact that like Josh Giddey's a creep? Like, did we all forget about that?
I don't know.
No.
Okay. Making sure that that's still a thing.
You
that
know,
people recognize.
sometimes some of us don't feel the need to be compelled to bring stuff like that up every single time a person is mentioned.
Fair.
Andy Hartwell unfortunately injured, but hopefully you can get some cards to help her out. So
I
same
feel
for
like some
me.
people should never live in peace.
Okay. Well, again, just if you had flipped your last 2 matches, it would probably be good. Which is it was hard to predict. All right. See Ring of Honor. Fan change 46,645.
Yes, babe. I actually absolutely adore it. This player missed a 3, and she just goes, "Ha, bitch!"
Where'd Kerry Rush come from?
I
Lol.
didn't even look at my shit. I didn't even look at mine.
Okay.
Your thing? This?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Poor
plus 41,000.
finale.
I can live with that.
Your only major thing was the Andy Hartwell injury.
Andy Hartwell injured. Okay.
I
All
really
right.
hope Amber's commentary is coming through in the background.
A little bit.
Okay.
Biggie and Apollo Crews. Oh, what did the I think the outcome of that tag title match changed in the simulation, in the redo simulation. So apparently, in this universe, Biggie and Apollo Crews won the tag titles. Oh, yeah. Let's go back. Yeah.
I just realized that I am a terrible human being.
God damn.
I used my general manager, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and I fixed the match, and I had interference for Ivar after Cedric says he wasn't happy with the company. I was so petty.
Oh yeah.
Oh God. And Cedric Alexander with the $1 Million Man of all people.
Yeah.
And you know who the $1 Million Man was modeled after, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to hell.
Yeah.
I'm going to hell.
In a handbasket.
Your subconscious just made that happen.
Yeah, it did.
I see a pale and about consequences. Blah, blah. Good show tonight. So Tegan Knox finally snapped that losing streak. Ooh. Chris Brooks and Braun Strowman absolutely. No, that's a Kaz issue. I didn't. Well, actually, did I book them? I may have booked them.
Jesus, the Blue Jackets beat the Penguins 6-2.
Okay, AEW Dynamite. Okay.
Oh fuck.
What?
Rest up and recover quickly. Lucky Ali and Cody Rhodes. Does anyone actually care what Dustin Rhodes has to say?
We're going over the ending right now.
Okay, it was weird. I don't know who to root for. Strange match. Root for both. They're both great.
One of the fucking flavors this week.
DiBiase making life hard
cheesecake.
for Alexander to help out Ivar. Yokoman is like, oh, Lindy Harlow got hurt today. Hope the injury isn't bad. Decent promo by John Hamilton.
Actually, it looks like it's just a mini cheesecake, which is really weird.
Okay.
Can you not get it on DoorDash?
I can.
Okay.
Okay.
Please do that.
Okay, I gotta look at this. Okay, I earned a power card. Perfect pacing. Okay.
Pedro,
Yeah.
I am ever so slightly tempted to put a couple of bucks down on Jake Paul.
I mean,
I
it'd be
just
hilarious.
have a feeling.
It might be fun.
I'm feeling like I'm gonna find my old DraftKings account and put a couple of bucks on. Put a couple of bucks on Jake Paul.
Missed
All
again.
right. Still number one with that Hall of Fame trophy. We're gonna have to see. I'm still in number
This is
3.
embarrassing. I'm embarrassed with that.
All right. 2 weeks till Super Card of Honor. All right. Ring of Honor. Check your emails.
Good.
Looks like Tony Nese wants to team with Gunther.
Sure, fuck it.
That loser, Courtney Rush or Carrie Rush, attacked me during that fight. I'm not going to stand for garbage like that. I want to settle things in the run with her within the next 3 weeks.
What I was hoping for.
All right. That is another thing.
Take it home, Mr. PD.
Well, okay. So let me, as a quick, just one sentence. I do have a question. I want to hear you, Deej. What? One sentence. What do you think of? What do you think of Britt Baker right now?
I've never really much cared for her.
I think I'm.
But I always loved Rebel.
Yeah.
I'll say that much. I miss seeing Rebel on TV regularly.
I think I'm kind of in that boat now.
Yeah, I've never really felt any type of way about her.
I think she needs to either quit dentistry or quit wrestling. I think it's time to decide.
I think she should probably learn some social skills.
Yeah.
Eesh.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yes.
So realize it. Oh well. Either way, let's
Take
bring
it
it
home,
home.
Mr.
Let's
PD.
press the button. Let me sit up in my chair. Yeah, thank you all for being with us. Be sure to check out more stuff on the channel on YouTube. Be sure to keep track of us on Twitch. See what we're doing. See when we go live. I've got some stuff formulating in my head, which might be fun. But yeah, just keep an eye out. Get notified. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, hasta los huevos.
Oodle toot. Everybody.
Goodbye, every
Oodle
pony.
toot.
Super cool people, but you're super cool.
Big time players make big time plays.
Half-Life 2 is free on Steam.